When gasoline prices go up in Brazil, local drivers have an option: fill up with ethanol. The sugarcane-based fuel gets less mileage than gas, but car owners here already learned that when ethanol is at least 30% cheaper, as it is now, it's a better value.
Normalmente eu vou mais pelo preço, né?
It all depends on the price. I drive a lot around Sao Paulo for work, and I clearly notice it's worth fueling with ethanol now.
At these prices, it's better to fuel with ethanol. For a short while, I was using gasoline when it was cheaper, but that didn't last long. Usually, ethanol is a better value.
In Brazil, nearly all ethanol comes from sugarcane. As oil prices soared, an increased percentage of the harvest, more than 60%, has been diverted from sugar production to ethanol plants. But the local industry also hopes the government's push to reduce transport carbon emissions by 10% through 2028 will help the sector in coming years.
Então, acreditamos sim que os investimentos virão.
We believe there will be much investment in coming years. Not right now, in the short term, because of oil prices, but because a long-term government plan. To reach the goals of reducing carbon emission, we'll need some 20 billion more liters of ethanol. We'll need investment in plants we have, and also to build new units.
Ethanol is already popular in Brazil. Most cars here run both on gasoline and ethanol or any mixture of the two fuels. And as concerns over climate change and fossil fuels grow around the world, the local industry hopes ethanol will gain popularity in more countries, increasing its export potential. The director of a major sugar and ethanol producing company says nowadays 80% of the ethanol market is concentrated in Brazil and the United States, but sees encouraging signs of expansion ahead.
Aos poucos, a gente está vendo vários países, a Colômbia.
Little by little, we see more countries increasing their use of ethanol. Colombia has just increased its mix of ethanol into gasoline to 10%. China also has a plan to mix 10% of ethanol to gasoline until 2020. And also in India, there are discussions for a national ethanol plan.
Brazil has long used ethanol as fuel, the result of a government plan that began in the 1970s. And as interest in this biofuel grows around the world, the country hopes to reap the benefits. Paulo Cabral, CGTN, São Paulo.